Hi everyone. So in this video we're going to talk about math as a language. This will be second episode from our series from number system to quantum computing. And if you've seen my first video, it is the second part of that. So math as a language, when we heard about math, we think it's a alien thing, right? But it's not like that. Just like any other language, it's a language of universe, right? So let's get started. So if you see this sentence, which is English, Shiv has 4 sticks and his friend gave him 3 sticks. The French conversion will be something like this: Shiv, 4 buttons. I'm very bad at French, but yeah. So you can see the conversion. And in the maths, we can, as you can see, maths we can write 4x plus 3x, right? Or we can write 4 sticks plus 3x. What that does that mean is that in math we kind of show relation from one thing, one countable thing to another countable thing, and we don't necessarily care about if it is a friend or if it is a male or a female. We don't care about any of those things, right? We only uh, care about the objective truths, like there were 4 things, another 3 were added, right? So we write it like this. So in the math that you saw was the lingo of the math. Now in the math, the operations are only done to same thing. Only same things would be added or done. Like like if you in this case, if you see, the operations are only done with same kind. Right? If you see over here, there are 4 sticks and 2 sticks. These are of the same kind, and these boxes are different, right? So we cannot add them. So these become 6x, and then we can have 3y. And so as you can see, they were same, that's why we're able to add. If they are different, we cannot add it. Only way you can add this is that you convert this into the same thing, right? But you can see this is not sticks, so maybe this box is a wooden box and I could carve out like 10-15 sticks from here and 10-15 from here. Then probably they will become addable, right? When they're in the same things, then you can only group them, right, and add them. Let's understand more about math as a language. So we have one problem. So Daphne's father proposed to her that he will give dollar twice the grades he gets, right? So and basically there is a family, right? And there is the father of this daughter Daphne proposed this idea, like if you bring, just to motivate the children, he proposed that if whatever the marks you'll get, the grades you'll get, I'll double it the dollar you will get. And her mom is very sweet and caring. He doesn't care her child get good grades or bad grades. She just wants to give $3 whatever she gets, right? So in our mathematical terms, how can we convert it, right? And then the another question will be, so this is the problem statement, right? And then the question is, if Delphine gets 7 grade out of 10, so what sum of money she will receive from his parent as a gift, right? And then could be there will be another question. Then this same rule applies for her sister as well, Steffi. So what her sister gets if she gets 5 grades, right? Definitely get 7 and then it's 5, right? So how we can all like compose this in a mathematical? This is all English, right? So so we have this a function called reward function. We can say it in the equation. He said, as the question said, that he will double. So these could be the x could be the grades over here, right? We generally write is as x because it's a simple one character term, but instead you can write grades over here. That will not change the thing. So you can write grades plus 3. But usually in math, what we do is we change it with a small character so that it becomes easier to write. Grades was somehow it's smaller word, but we can we can see a lot of bigger words, and writing is again and again takes a lot of space, and and that becomes very hard to understand. So we just make a symbol for it, right? A small character denoting the same thing. So where you can see we have turned a statement into a equation, and that is a basically function. We'll learn more about it. So this is this equation. So there is a plus character which basically means addition, right? So it says that whatever the x, the grades will be doubled, basically adding by 2, and then her mom will constant. So this is a constant, right? So this is a variable which is a placeholder term, right? Whatever, we don't know what grades her children is gonna get. So this is something which we're gonna know in future, but we cannot wait for that event to occur then start calculating, right? We could have like, the smart thing about us humans is that we don't have to like act in the moment, right? We can make a lot of things faster or something by thinking previously, right? Only animals are the things who just start thinking on the action, right? So we are like developed, we are consciousness has developed, so we just don't want to wait for the result and then start thinking. We can uh, formulate things, and we can uh, formulate things in such a small compact way that whatever the quick actions or decision have to taken, that could be done very easily and very in a faster way. So we cannot wait to know the answers, the grades, but still we can have a system in place. When the grades are actually revealed, that time you can usually use it. So over here the grades are placeholder as x over here. These are called variables. Any placeholder are called variables. This is a addition sign, and this is a constant. Her mother told her that she will get a constant money, which is kind of self-explanatory, like what constant means. So, as Daphne got 7 grades, right? So double will be 7 plus 7, 14, and the constant $3 from the mom, it will become $17, right? So this is her reward for performing good enough in the class. And same will be for her sister Steffi, right? Uh, who scored 5 grades. So 5 plus 5, 10, and then become 13, right? So their contribution you can see over here. Father's contribution was $714, mother constant contribution was 3. So you can see constant contribution, and similarly they got their results. So this was one of the word problems which we have solved, which was in English. We somehow converted into the mathematical equation. We call that equation function. That we will probably learn in future, and probably see one more example like that. So Penny works in a restaurant and earns $10 per hour, and also tips within that hour. Right? What that means. So Penny works in a restaurant, right? And so the first next question is, so what total money will Penny get when she worked an hour in the morning and got tip of $15? So what restaurant business or this waitresses or waitering thing happens is that when you're in the peak hours, right? Probably that will be in evening. There you will receive more tips, and the overall tips you get there is higher then the in the morning or brunch time or whatever the lunch time or something like this. That time you will not see a lot of restaurant crowded, or people not in that good mood. People are most probably in a hurry or to their office or whatever, so they don't tip that well, right? But in the evening people are drunk, happy, and this whole thing, there is a high chance that people is going to tip you more. So first question is that, so what money will Penny get when she worked an hour in the morning and got tip of the, so for her hourly wage was $10 per hour, and then the tips. So how we can solve it using maths, right? That we'll see in the future slides. Yeah, and there is one more question that, and the next she earned $40 tip working an hour in the evening, right? That same day. So tell me the amount she earned in the evening, right? So we have two questions and how we're gonna do it. So Penny's earning, we could create another function like this, earning function we can call it. And the equation will be 10, which is basically the constant salary. This is a constant, right? In the previous example, we had 3 as a constant, which mother was giving the price. Over here, the 10 is the constant salary which you get, and these are the additional charges. The tips we don't know. This is a futuristic thing. It is a futuristic event we don't know, but somehow uh, it's like if you remember as a kid when you used to play some I Spy or hide and seek game or something, and let's say you're a very important member as a children community and you are not there, right? So people will segregate their team on the, so they will pick you as a dummy, like a small kid or something like this, as your placeholder, right? And then divide the team or something, and then once you come in the game they will switch back to you, right? So there, the concept of placeholders has been always like been used somewhere, or maybe in India it is very popular to reserve your seat, right? So you place a handkerchief or a book or something somewhere in the buses or train and kind of trying to reserve the seat for you, right? That is a placeholder thing, and once you are available, once you can replace it. So the term of placeholder has been quietly used. Same way we call it variable in maths, which is a placeholder value. It is very popular in programming as well. If you're a kid, don't get confused about programming and everything. But yeah, so variables you can just is a placeholder thing. It doesn't has a meaning at all. But in future, it gonna be. But over here we know that it's a number, right? So we know the type, what kind of type placeholder it is, and we know that in future it will be replaced with a number, right? So that is there. So Penny's earning in the morning, this was a constant. So $15 tip she earned in the morning, right? And hourly rate. And this was the hourly salary, which was fixed. 10 plus 15 will become $25. So Penny's morning earning was $25. And earning in evening, so evening the tip was higher, $40. 10 was again the constant over. This was the addition symbol because we are all adding. We are trying to find the total. So that is addition. So that will become $50, right? So I know this sounds very easy and simple, but somebody who is hearing this formulas for the first time, hearing this addition or functions for the first time, I think for them it will be very good introductory video for it, right? So you can stay with me. uh, or one more thing is that if I go too fast into next videos, probably there is a high chance you will kind of skip out what actually happened. So we are making sure with that we are going in the right pace, so you don't feel sudden bump in the pace of learning, right? So here you can see the fixed salary was 10 in the morning tip and same thing. So generally, though whatever the equations we have seen above, right, we just kind of wrote it simply like this: grade plus x plus 3 or something, or 10 plus tips or something. This the right way to write is called f, and this basically tells that this function takes the input grades. It can only takes grades, other than nothing. So it inputs grades and it outputs a number, right? So this denotes a function. Functions are like, we will probably have another video describing what function. So I hope you are there. But just to give you, if you don't understand function over here, that's fine. This was a very introductory, what we call an ABCD of the language, right? So you understand how we can convert a English statement into equation, and the equation has so many parts in it. There are operators, like operators are called equal sign, additions, and everything, right? And then we have variables, then we have constants. Constant, you can see that kind of remain constant in the whole thing. And variables are the placeholder values, which exist now, but their actual value arrives later in somewhere. But we cannot wait to arrive that number. We can pre-process a lot of things, right? We can be ready with our work and then the sum data. Like, it's not that you will only start cooking when you exactly know the number of guests are arriving, right? Let's say you're inviting somebody on dinner and you don't know the what kind of number of people are coming, but still you can prepare a lot of things, right? You will not immediately cook all the things, but you will still do a lot of processing. Like, you'll make the stuff ready, and then at the last moment you can adjust a little bit, right? So we kind of think of a placeholder number in our head, right? So that is the idea. So I hope you understand, math as a language, just like any other language. It has its lingo, it has its grammar, right? We have grammar, he, she, it, name, pronouns, these all things. Right? Same way we have operators and this kind of thing. So if you understand English, I don't think you should. Is I don't think you need to, like, just like in English language or any other language, there are so many things. Same way, a mathematical equation have those things. I hope you understand this. Next video will be on multiplication. I know it sounds very easy something, but I think uh, the way we have seen multiplication, basically, I was forced to remember tables and everything. That was a very weird thing for me. I was not very good at it. But yeah, somehow now if I look back, I know the right reasons to learn tables and how it could multiplication help in a lot of things. So I have different perspective now. So I would love to share them with you guys. So I hope you're subscribed so that you can watch those future upcoming videos. And if you have any opinion or anything which you want to add or any topic which you find interesting, where we could be reinvent the wheel, please comment or like or whatever. Right. So see you in the next one.